Your attention is under constant attack. Notifications, messages, and endless content pull at your mind every single day. Each time you react without thinking, you give away a small piece of your control. You stay busy, but you don't feel fulfilled. You are always connected, yet you struggle to focus. Instead of creating and directing your life, you scroll, react, and consume. In all this noise, what truly matters slowly fades into the background. Marcus Aurelius warned us about this long ago. He taught that peace comes from doing less, not more. Not everything deserves your time. Not everything deserves your energy. And not everything deserves you. The Stoics understood a truth many people still ignore. You cannot control the world around you, but you can control your own mind. The moment you take control of your attention, you begin to reclaim your power. Strength is not built by chasing every opportunity or reacting to every demand. It is built by choosing carefully where your focus goes. Ask yourself honestly, are you living with purpose or are you simply reacting to noise? To protect your mind, think of it as a fortress. Every distraction is a crack in the wall. Every moment spent scrolling without intention weakens your focus. But you are not powerless. You have the ability to decide what enters your mind and what does not. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your thoughts, not outside events. When you understand this, real strength appears. One simple way to begin is through stillness. Before the day pulls you in different directions, spend just 5 minutes in silence. No phone, no distractions, just you and your thoughts. This small habit builds awareness, discipline, and control. Over time, it strengthens your mind and helps you live with clarity instead of chaos. A focused mind allows you to be intentional with your attention. When you begin your day with silence, you create space for clarity. As the day moves forward, it becomes easier to stay focused and harder for distractions to pull you away. This daily moment of stillness is not a luxury or something extra. It is essential for keeping your mind sharp, calm, and under your control. Protecting your focus also means learning how to say no. Many people believe they must say yes to every opportunity, request, or social interaction. But saying yes to everything is one of the fastest ways to lose direction. Each time you agree to something that does not align with your purpose, you weaken your focus. The Stoics understood that living with purpose requires being selective with your time and energy. When you say no more often, you protect your focus. And when you protect your focus, you protect your life. Your mind is your most valuable asset. Guarding it starts with choosing what you allow into it. This means building a daily routine that places your focus above the constant demands of the world. Each morning, take a few minutes to reflect on what truly matters that day. Decide your purpose and your priority. When you begin the day this way, you lay the foundation for a stronger and more disciplined mind. Distractions will still exist, but they will no longer control you. You will be more grounded, intentional, and prepared for whatever the day brings. It is easy to believe that we have little control over our thoughts, especially in a world designed to steal our attention. But just as a fortress needs walls to keep enemies out, your mind needs boundaries to keep distractions away. Building those walls requires consistent practice. Every time you choose focus instead of distraction, you strengthen your mental fortress. Every time you protect your mind from outside noise, you invest in your inner strength. This process is not about being perfect. It is about steady progress. Each small moment of focus is a victory. Over time, focus will stop feeling forced and will become a natural part of who you are. In time, focus will no longer feel forced or exhausting. It will simply become the way you live. The more you guard your mind, the stronger, calmer, and more resilient your focus becomes. Your mind is your greatest weapon. When you protect it, strengthen it, and guide it with purpose, it stops wandering aimlessly and starts working for you. Marcus Aurelius reminded us that we have the power to choose where our attention goes. The world will constantly try to decide for us, pulling our focus in every direction. But when you guard your mind like a fortress, you begin to discover a deeper strength and clarity. This clarity carries you through challenges, pressure, and uncertainty. This practice is not only about avoiding distractions. It is about shaping a life that reflects your values and your purpose. Taking control of your focus means cutting away what weakens you. Focus is not about doing more or pushing harder. In a world that constantly demands more effort, more speed, and more productivity, it is easy to miss a simple truth. Sometimes the best way to improve focus is to remove what distracts and drains you. The Stoics understood this deeply. They believed in simplicity, not just in possessions, but in thoughts, habits, and actions. For them, less was more. A focused life is not built by adding more tasks or chasing more goals. It is built by clearing away the noise so your attention can rest fully on what truly matters. Seneca once wrote that life is not short, but that much of it is wasted. Think about how many hours disappear through endless scrolling, pointless conversations, and mindless entertainment. These moments slowly weaken your focus and pull you away from your purpose. When you remove these distractions, you reclaim your time, your energy, and your direction. By choosing less, you gain more. More clarity, more control, and a stronger mind that works in alignment with who you truly are. It is easy to convince ourselves that we are just passing time, that a few minutes of scrolling or distraction does not matter. But in truth, we are giving away moments we will never get back. Every time your attention drifts towards something that does not serve your goals, your focus weakens. Over time, this leads to feeling scattered, distracted, and drained. The real question is this: what can you remove? What is standing in the way of living with clarity and intention? Take an honest look at your habits, the people you spend time with, and the activities that fill your day. Which of these truly align with your purpose, and which ones quietly drain your energy without giving anything back? Many people fall into the trap of believing that everything deserves their attention. Every message feels urgent. Every notification feels important. Every small task feels necessary. But the truth is simple and uncomfortable. Most things do not deserve your focus. Sharpening your attention begins with learning to let go of what does not move you forward. True focus is not about forcing yourself to concentrate harder. It is about removing the clutter so your attention can naturally settle where it belongs. When you trim away what does not serve you, what remains becomes clear and meaningful. This is what the Stoics practiced. They did not fill their lives with endless distractions or empty pursuits. They focused on what was essential and disciplined themselves by removing everything else. Take a moment to reflect. What is stealing your energy? Is it constant notifications, draining relationships, or habits that no longer align with your goals? Whatever it is, remove it. This process is not easy, but it is necessary. Every distraction you cut away creates more space for your focus to grow. As you simplify, you will feel lighter and clearer. Your energy will return, and your ability to direct your attention with purpose will strengthen. The Stoic path is a path of simplicity. It is about saying no to what is unnecessary, so you can say yes to what truly matters. Ask yourself honestly, what are you willing to let go of? What is holding you back? The more you remove what is unnecessary, the stronger your focus becomes. And with stronger focus comes a life lived with intention, clarity, and purpose. Every distraction you remove is a step toward reclaiming your energy, your focus, and ultimately, your life. Multitasking has become a symbol of modern productivity. Many people believe that juggling several tasks at once means they are efficient and disciplined, but this belief is a myth. Multitasking sounds impressive, but in reality, it weakens focus and reduces the quality of our work. When we try to do everything at the same time, we spread ourselves thin and end up accomplishing less. Think about how often you try to handle multiple tasks at once, checking emails, reply to messages, and working at the same time, only to realize that none of those tasks received your best effort. This is because the human brain is not designed to divide attention in the way multitasking demands. Each task receives only a small portion of your mental energy, and the result is average work and constant mental fatigue. Seneca captured this truth clearly when he wrote, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere. When attention is scattered, presence is lost." Every time you switch from one task to another, your brain must pause, reset, and refocus. This constant switching wastes energy, slows you down, and reduces performance. Over time, it creates stress and a feeling of being overwhelmed. The solution is simple but powerful. Single tasking. Focus on one task at a time and give it your full attention. In a world that pushes speed, hustle, and constant output, Single tasking may seem unusual or even inefficient, but in reality, it is one of the most effective ways to work with clarity and purpose. Think about a time when you were fully immersed in one task, without distractions from your phone or notifications. In that moment, your focus was sharp, your mind was calm, and your work flowed naturally. This is the power of single tasking. When you work, be fully present with the task in front of you. When you listen completely. When you focus on one thing, you produce better results in less time. By giving your full attention to one task, you not only improve your work, but you also regain control over your mind. Single tasking allows you to move through life with clarity, intention, and purpose, something multitasking can never offer. One of the most powerful benefits of single tasking is how much it improves productivity. When you stop splitting your attention, you may be surprised by how much more you can accomplish in less time. This is not because you are working harder, but because you are working with clarity and intention. When your attention is fully on one task, mental clutter fades away, ideas flow more naturally, and work feels smoother and more efficient. Single tasking is not about working longer hours or cramming more tasks into your day. It is about choosing what truly matters and giving those priorities the full strength of your attention. When you focus deeply on one thing, the quality of your work improves, and the process becomes less exhausting. A key part of mastering single tasking is building a routine that supports it. Begin your day by identifying the one task that matters most. This task becomes your primary focus. Once you choose it, remove distractions and commit fully. Silence notifications, step away from unnecessary interruptions, and give yourself permission to focus. Whether the task is work-related, personal, or even a conversation, give it your complete attention. When you do this, you will notice that tasks take less time and feel more meaningful. Instead of constantly switching between responsibilities, you stay grounded in the present moment. The shift toward single tasking is a shift toward simplicity. It is about cutting through noise, blocking distractions, and returning your attention to what truly matters. This does not mean ignoring everything else in your life. It means being intentional with your time and energy. By choosing one thing at a time and fully committing to it, you regain control over your focus and create space for deeper, more meaningful work. By simplifying your focus, you open the way for clarity, efficiency, and deeper satisfaction in everything you do. Modern life is full of noise and distractions, and it is easy to feel overwhelmed by the constant demands on your attention. The solution is to embrace the power of single tasking. Start small. Focus on one task for 20 minutes. As your concentration grows, gradually extend this time. When you give your full attention to a single task, you will notice that it becomes easier and your mind becomes calmer and clearer. Distractions will always exist, but when your focus is strong, you can let them pass without losing control. Instead of trying to do everything at once, choose the one task that truly matters and give it your undivided attention. Let go of the need to spread yourself too thin. By doing one thing exceptionally well, you strengthen your mind, reclaim your focus, and gain a sense of control. This is where true focus lives, when you are centered, intentional, and present. Your environment plays a key role in your ability to focus. Have you ever tried to work in a cluttered or noisy space, only to feel frustrated and scattered? A chaotic desk, a buzzing phone, or the noise of the world around you pulls your attention in every direction. A chaotic environment leads to a chaotic mind. To think clearly, you must first create order around yourself. Epictetus understood this deeply. He taught that while we cannot always control what happens outside of us, we can control our surroundings. By shaping your environment, removing distractions, organizing your space, and minimizing interruptions, you give your mind the conditions it needs to focus. Discipline your environment, and you will strengthen your inner focus and clarity, allow you to live intentionally and act with purpose. As Epictetus taught, it is important to keep company with people who uplift you. This advice does not only apply to the people in your life, it also applies to your surroundings. If your environment is cluttered and chaotic, your mind will reflect that disorder. The first step to regaining focus is to take control of your physical space. This does not mean decluttering your entire home or office in one day. It starts small. Spend just 5 minutes at the start of each day tidying your workspace. Put away things you do not need. Remove unnecessary papers and eliminate anything that might distract you. These small actions send a signal to your mind that it is time to focus, helping you feel more in control. However, the environment you need to manage goes beyond physical clutter. Mental clutter. The constant noise from phones, social media, and endless information competes for your attention. If you allow these distractions into your workspace, it becomes harder to concentrate. Set clear boundaries. Put your phone on silent, close unnecessary tabs, and remove anything that might pull your focus away. By doing this, you're not only organizing your physical space, but also clearing your mental space, creating room for intentional, focused work. The way you treat your environment has a direct impact on your ability to concentrate. Constant distractions train your brain to be scattered. A clean, organized, and intentional space signals your mind to focus, making it easier to get meaningful work done. But it is not just about tidiness. Your environment should reflect the mindset you want to cultivate. Surround yourself with objects, tools, and visuals that support your goals and inspire your best work. The same principle applies to the people you allow into your life. Just as you can choose what is in your physical environment, you can choose the individuals who influence your thoughts and energy. Negative or draining people pull you away from focus, while those who uplift and share your values help you stay grounded, motivated, and centered. By intentionally shaping both your physical and social environments, you create the conditions for sustained focus, clarity, and productivity. Your environment, both physical and social, has a huge impact on your ability to focus. It is easy to overlook this influence, especially when life feels busy and overwhelming. Yet the truth is simple. A cluttered or chaotic environment leads to a cluttered mind. The good news is that it does not have to remain this way. By making small, intentional adjustments, you can shape a space that supports focus, clarity, and purpose. This can mean cleaning your desk, organizing your workspace, or putting away unnecessary items. It can also mean setting boundaries with your digital devices, or being mindful of the people you spend time with. Surrounding yourself with positive, uplifting influences, and removing distractions gives your mind the conditions it needs to focus. Discipline is not only about willpower, it is about creating an environment that allows your best work to happen. When your surroundings reflect your goals and minimize distractions, concentration becomes less of a struggle and more a natural state. A clear, intentional environment mirrors a clear, intentional mind. Another essential practice for strengthening focus is stillness. In a world that never stops, our minds are constantly pulled in many directions. We are encouraged to do more, move faster, and fill every moment with activity. Yet real power lies in doing less. Taking time for stillness is one of the most effective ways to reclaim focus and gain clarity. Marcus Aurelius understood this deeply. Every morning he would spend time alone, reflecting, writing, and preparing his mind for the day ahead. He did not rush into action without first centering himself. Stillness is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength. In those quiet moments, we gain perspective, make better decisions, and connect with what truly matters. Practicing stillness trains the mind to resist the noise and distractions of the world. It is like exercise a muscle. At first, it may feel uncomfortable because our minds are used to constant input, but over time, the ability to focus strengthens. Each moment spent in stillness reinforces your control over your thoughts, making it easier to remain present and undistracted. If you have never tried stillness as a daily habit, start small. Even 5 minutes a day of quiet reflection can build mental strength, sharpen attention, and give you a sense of calm and clarity that carries through the rest of your day. The combination of a disciplined environment and the practice of stillness creates a strong foundation for focus, purpose, and intentional living. To train your mind for focus and clarity, start with stillness. Find a quiet space, sit comfortably, and close your eyes. Focus on your breath. Let go of thoughts about your to-do list, your phone, or any other distractions. Simply notice your inhale and exhale. With each breath in, feel grounded and present. With each breath out, release tension, noise, and distraction. While this practice seems simple, its effects are profound. It strengthens your mind, sharpens your attention, and helps you remain calm in a chaotic world. Stillness is more than just sitting quietly. It is about becoming aware of your thoughts and surroundings, learning to quiet the mind, and truly listening to yourself. In a world full of distractions, stillness allows you to reconnect with what truly matters. By practicing it regularly, you gain control over your reactions and make more intentional decisions. You become the calm in the storm, able to focus on what is important without being tossed around by every distraction. This practice is not always easy. Modern life trains us to constantly move, achieve, and stay busy. Stillness can feel unnecessary or like a luxury. Yet, the truth is that we do not have time now to practice it. The more we rush and juggle tasks, the less effective we become. Stillness provides a clarity, focus, and self-reflection we need to act with purpose. In these quiet moments, we can hear our true thoughts, desires, and priorities. Without stillness, our attention scatters, and we risk losing sight of what matters most. Start small, even just 5 minutes a day. As you practice, your mind will grow stronger. You will notice your attention becoming sharper, your emotions easier to manage, and your decisions more intentional. Just like physical strength requires consistent training, mental strength does too. Incorporate stillness into your daily routine, and you will see a transformation in your focus and clarity. Remember, focus is not about doing more. It is about doing less, but with intention. In stillness, you find the power to concentrate like never before and turn challenges into opportunities to sharpen your mind. Obstacles are an unavoidable part of life. Every day we face challenges that seem to block our progress. It could be an unexpected setback, a problem at work, or an argument with a friend. Life constantly throws these curveballs at us, and it's normal to feel frustrated or defeated. It is easy to lose focus, feel powerless, or let obstacles pull us off track. But the Stoics teach us to see things differently. Obstacles are not just roadblocks, they are opportunities. Marcus Aurelius expressed this perfectly when he said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, challenges are not something to fear or avoid. Instead, they are chances to grow stronger, to sharpen your mind, and to strengthen your focus and resolve. Whenever you face a setback, like missing a deadline, failing at a project, or not meeting your own expectations, your first reaction might be disappointment or frustration. But Stoic wisdom asks us to pause and ask a different question. How can this challenge make me stronger? Every obstacle carries a lesson. Every difficulty is a chance to build resilience and mental strength. What matters most is how we respond to challenges. We have the power to choose our attitude. We can let difficulties scatter our attention and drain our energy, or we can use them to refocus, recalibrate, and move forward with more determination. The Stoics believed obstacles were not signs of failure. They were stepping stones toward greater strength. Challenges are not distractions. They are opportunities to grow. Each difficulty you encounter is a chance to exercise your mental muscles, sharpen your focus, and strengthen your resolve. When you face life with this mindset, obstacles become tools to help you improve, not barriers to hold you back. The next time life throws a challenge at you, take a moment to pause and think. Instead of reacting with frustration, ask yourself how you can turn this obstacle into an advantage. Perhaps it's a problem at work that forces you to rethink your approach or strategy. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, use it as an opportunity to refocus on your goals. Maybe it's a personal challenge that tests your patience. Instead of letting it pull you off course, see it as a reminder of your inner strength and your ability to overcome difficulties. Every obstacle has a potential to help you refocus on what truly matters, remind you of your purpose, and give you the motivation to keep moving forward. Challenges are not interruptions to your journey. They are part of it. In a world that often celebrates effortless success, it's easy to forget that real growth usually comes from facing difficulties. The greatest achievements rarely happen without obstacles. The key is not to avoid challenges, but to approach them with a mindset that they are part of the journey. Each setback, every difficulty, is an opportunity to build your character, strengthen your focus, and grow as a person. The more you practice this mindset, the easier it becomes to face life's challenges with calm, clarity, and determination. Remember this. It's not the obstacle itself that creates your strength, but the way you respond to it. By seeing challenges as chances to improve and refine your focus, you turn setbacks into stepping stones toward growth and success. When life throws challenges at you, it's natural to feel frustrated or overwhelmed. But the Stoics teach us to see obstacles differently. Instead of letting difficulties drain your energy, ask yourself, how can this moment make me stronger? Use the obstacle as a chance to refocus, reignite your passion for your goals, and sharpen your determination. Every setback or challenge is not a stop sign. It's an opportunity to grow, evolve, and strengthen your focus. Life will always throw obstacles in your path. This is inevitable. What matters most is how you respond. By approaching each difficulty with intention, you can turn obstacles into fuel for your focus, motivation, and personal growth. What stands in your way can become the very thing that pushes you forward. Every challenge has a potential to make you stronger, more focused, and more determined. Embrace it, learn from it, and keep moving forward. The power to turn obstacles into fuel for your progress is always within your reach. Alongside mastering challenges, the Stoics also emphasize living by daily rituals rather than impulses. Living without structure is like trying to sail a boat without a rudder, directionless and vulnerable to the currents of the world. Many of us go through life reacting to whatever comes our way, jumping from one task to the next, and letting distractions dictate our actions. The Stoics understood the importance of structure. They built their days intentionally with rituals and habits that anchored them in purpose and focus. These rituals were not meant to restrict freedom, but to create a foundation for disciplined living. Epictetus put it simply, first, say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. This means aligning your actions with your deeper purpose, rather than just reacting to what seems urgent or pressing. Without daily practices, we become reactive instead of proactive. We allow the chaos of life to pull us in every direction. Every notification, distraction, or fleeting thought can shift our focus if we don't have a clear plan. Days pass, and before we know it, we've spent time on tasks that didn't truly matter, leaving our most important goals unattended. By creating intentional rituals and routines, we protect our focus, stay grounded in purpose, and turn our daily actions into meaningful steps toward growth, mastery, and personal success. Intentional routines are one of the most powerful tools for living a focused, purposeful life. These rituals do more than give your day structure. They free you from the randomness of impulses and distractions. When you design your day with purpose, you take control of your energy, your attention, and your focus. Instead of reacting to the noise of the world, you stay grounded, intentional, and prepare to act in alignment with your goals. A morning routine is one of the simplest and most effective ways to begin building this intentional life. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. If you wake up and immediately check your phone, scroll through emails, or respond to every notification, you are surrendering control of your attention to the world. But if you start your day by centering yourself, even for a few minutes, you give your mind the clarity it needs to remain focused and productive. Simple practices, like writing down 3 things you are grateful for each morning, can shift your mindset, grounding you in positivity and intention before the chaos of the day begins. From this foundation, you can add other small rituals that help you stay centered. Whether it is reading for a few minutes, stretching, planning your tasks, or even stepping away for 5 minutes of quiet reflection in the afternoon, these practices reinforce your focus. The Stoics didn't only have morning rituals. They built structure into every part of their day. They understood that consistency is key to mastering attention and living intentionally. The real power of rituals is that they free you from being pulled around by impulses. Every time you resist distractions and return to your intentional practices, you strengthen your ability to focus and act purposefully. Rituals do not mean eliminating flexibility or spontaneity. They simply provide a framework that keeps you aligned with your goals. When your day is guided by routines, you save energy because you don't waste time deciding what to do next. You've already set your intentions, and now it's just about executing them. Without rituals, your day is like a blank canvas filled with random strokes of color. Sometimes beautiful, but often chaotic and disconnected. With routines, however, your day becomes intentional, coherent, and productive. You build a life where focus, clarity, and purpose are natural rather than a constant struggle against distraction. Adding structure to your day through intentional rituals is like giving shape to a blank canvas. Without structure, life can feel chaotic, filled with random distractions pulling you in every direction. But when you build daily routines that anchor you in purpose, suddenly your day begins to take form. You know where your focus needs to go, and you can direct your energy toward the things that truly matter. Life becomes a reflection of your choices, not the noise of the outside world. Building these routines may take some effort at first, but once they become habits, they transform how you approach each day. You will notice increased mental clarity, more energy, and better focus because you have created a rhythm that works for you. The Stoics understood the power of daily practices. They knew that structure and discipline are not restrictions, but tools for living a meaningful and intentional life. By setting purposeful routines, you reduce the chaos and distractions that pull you away from your true goals, creating space for what is most important. Equally important is controlling your inner dialogue. Your thoughts can either support your focus or destroy it. Think about how often your mind drifts to doubts, worries, or regrets. One moment, you're focused on a task, and the next, negative thoughts steal your attention. Before long, your focus is scattered, your energy drained, and your productivity suffers. The Stoics were deeply aware of this. Epictetus reminded us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Your thoughts are powerful. They shape your emotions, your actions, and your ability to stay focused. The inner voice that narrates your day can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. Every time fear or self-doubt takes over, your attention is pulled away from the present moment. But you don't have to be a slave to these thoughts. Just as you can control your actions, you can control the story you tell yourself. By intentionally guiding your inner dialogue, you can quiet the negative chatter, strengthen your focus, and remain centered on what truly matters. Your mind becomes a tool rather than a source of distraction, and your focus grows sharper with every intentional thought. The Stoics believed that mastering the mind was essential, and we should follow the same principle. Negative thoughts, doubts, and fears constantly appear in our minds, but how we respond to them determines our focus and our actions. Instead of letting negativity control your attention, choose to replace it with thoughts that strengthen your resolve. Think of your inner dialogue as a tool. When filled with fear, doubt, or negativity, it weighs you down like trying to run with heavy chains. When your thoughts are clear, positive, and aligned with your goals, it's like shedding those weights and moving freely toward your purpose. Shifting your mental narrative is a powerful practice. Instead of saying, I can't do this, or this is too hard, try saying, I can do this, or I will stay focused. This isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about consciously directing your mind toward what you can control, your actions, your responses, and your effort. Pay attention to your inner dialogue, because it shapes your behavior, whether you realize it or not. The more negativity you allow, the more control it has over your focus. The more you practice replacing negative thoughts with empowering ones, the stronger and more resilient your mind becomes. Mastering your inner dialogue doesn't mean silencing all thoughts. It means observing them and deciding which to act on. When doubt, fear, or frustration arise, you can choose to push them aside and refocus on what matters. This takes practice. Life will always present challenges, and negative thoughts can become habits if unchecked. The Stoics didn't suppress emotions. They observed them, accepted them, and then responded intentionally. We can do the same. Each time you redirect a negative thought into an empowering one, you strengthen your mind and improve your focus. The benefits go far beyond concentration. Controlling your inner dialogue shapes how you see the world, how you handle challenges, and how you achieve your goals. If you constantly tell yourself you are not capable, you will believe it. But if you consciously affirm your strengths and abilities, your mindset and actions will shift. Over time, focus becomes natural. Your mind becomes clearer, sharper, and more resilient, and the distractions of the world will lose their power over you. Your inner dialogue is a reflection of who you choose to become. By mastering it, you take control of your thoughts, your decisions, and your life. Replacing negative thoughts with positive affirmations is not just changing your mindset. It's shaping your future. Focus also comes through the body. The mind and body are deeply connected. You cannot expect your mind to perform at its best if your body is neglected. Poor sleep, lack of exercise, and unhealthy habits weigh down your mental clarity and focus. Taking care of your body, through proper nutrition, exercise, and rest, gives your mind the energy and resilience it needs to stay sharp, attentive, and clear. Strengthening the mind and body together creates a foundation for lasting focus, determination, and the ability to stay true to your goals. The Stoics understood the connection between the mind and the body better than most people do today. They didn't think of the body as something to struggle against. Instead, they saw it as a tool that must be treated with care and respect. Seneca wisely said, "We should treat the body rigorously, so that it may not be disobedient to the mind." This reminds us that our physical health directly affects how clearly and effectively we can think. If you want your mind to be sharp and focused, you need to take care of the body that carries it. Many people focus only on mental achievement, thinking they can force their minds to work harder without paying attention to their physical health. But this approach doesn't work. A tired, weak, or unhealthy body cannot support a focused, clear mind. If you often feel foggy, distracted, or constantly tired, it may be a sign that your body needs more care. Supporting your body through regular movement, good nutrition, and proper rest is essential for your mind to function at its best. Exercise doesn't need to be complicated or extreme. Even just 20 minutes a day of movement can improve your focus and mental clarity. Simple activities like walking, stretching, or light jogging increase blood flow to the brain, reduce mental fog, and boost concentration. The more you move, the sharper and more focused your mind becomes. Nutrition also plays a crucial role. The foods you eat directly affect your energy and your ability to concentrate. Eating lots of processed foods, sugary snacks, or rely on caffeine can cause energy crashes, brain fog, and poor focus. On the other hand, eating whole foods, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats gives your brain the nutrients it needs to stay alert, clear, and productive. Eating well is not about dieting or looking a certain way. It's about fueling your body so your mind can perform at its best. Your body is a foundation for your mental focus and resilience. Without a strong, healthy foundation, your mental performance becomes shaky and unreliable. By building simple habits like daily movement, prioritizing sleep, and eating nutrient-rich foods, you create the conditions for your mind to stay sharp and focused. Taking care of your body isn't just about looking good or avoiding illness. It's about giving your mind the best chance to work clearly, stay strong, and overcome life's challenges. When you take care of your body, your mind becomes clearer, your energy levels rise, and your ability to focus improves greatly. The Stoics knew that mental strength and physical health go hand in hand. A sharp mind cannot function at its best without a strong, healthy body, and a strong body cannot reach its full potential without a clear and disciplined mind. The two work together, supporting and strengthening each other. Taking care of your body is one of the best ways to give yourself clarity, focus, and the energy to handle whatever life throws your way. Focus is not something you can save for tomorrow. It is a decision you make every day. Each day, you choose where your attention goes and what deserves your energy. Every time your focus scatters, you lose a bit of your time you will never get back. Life is full of distractions. Phones buzzing, messages arriving, tasks piling up. If you let these distractions control you, you lose sight of what truly matters. Each moment you give to something unimportant is a moment lost. Over time, those moments add up, and before you know it, days, weeks, or even years pass without making real progress toward your goals. Living intentionally means asking yourself a simple question every day. What truly deserves my attention today? Not everything deserves your time or energy. By asking this question, you decide what matters most and align your actions with your purpose. Once you know what matters, the next step is to protect your focus. This is where most people struggle. It's easy to get pulled in many directions, but if you want to live intentionally, you must guard your attention. Say no to tasks, people, or distractions that don't serve your goals. Every time you give your attention to something unimportant, you're saying no to something more meaningful. Protecting your focus is protecting your life. The Stoics didn't wait for the perfect moment to focus. They made every moment count. They understood that life is short and time is a gift. Their approach wasn't frantic, but deliberate. Every action, word, and thought mattered. By practicing this mindset, you learn to live intentionally, spending your time on what truly matters. This doesn't mean achieving perfection. It means making small, intentional choices every day to live according to your values and goals. Living each day as if focus decides everything isn't about working harder. It's about being purposeful with your time, giving attention to what matters most, and building a meaningful life. When you protect your focus and live intentionally, you reclaim control over your life. Focus becomes a tool to achieve your goals, build a life you want, and make sure every day is spent in alignment with your purpose. It is a choice you make today, not tomorrow. Each day you decide where your attention goes, and every time you protect your focus, you invest in a life that reflects your values and goals. Life is shaped by where your focus goes. Every choice, every moment, every day is an opportunity to focus on what truly matters. Protect that focus, and you protect your future.